My name is Eric Phipps and I'm with Junction Networks and OnSIP.com. Today is December 14th and we're going to be unboxing the VTech ErisStation VCS754. This is the first generation of VTech conference phones that we've looked at and we can't wait to unbox it. Basically, it is a SIP conference phone with 2 fixed microphones, but the big thing is that it has 4 wireless decked microphones that can detach from the main unit, so you can get it to anyone who needs to use a microphone, or you can just sort of spread it out to make your area wider. The phone is unusual in that it can actually have 3 SIP accounts as opposed to the usual just 1, so if you need to have multiple identities for the ring through of the phone. And also you can use the USB to connect to a PC-based soft phone. So if your soft phone supports like external devices like headsets and such, then there's a pretty good chance that it will actually support the VTech ErisStation. So let's go ahead and open up the box and let's see what we get. This one is actually a bit of a cheat because we have been using one of these phones since it was sent to us. We really like it. It's got good sound quality. It's basically a really good phone, and I'll try to bring up the reasons that we like it as we come across them when we do the unboxing. Okay, so as you can see, let's try and move that up. This is a pretty substantial box. Everything is packaged quite well. Nothing's really shaken around, nothing unusual. Let's see here. Got a handle, but I mean it's not super heavy, it's just kind of clumsy compared to other SIP devices, you know, like decked phones or what have you. Let's go ahead and open it up here. Oops, I'm always afraid I'm going to get paper cuts on these things. Alright, open it up. Okay, and let's actually raise the camera up as opposed to trying to move this box. Okay, so right here you can see that we have, these little individual pods are the microphones, and these actually will plug into the phone itself. There's got to be a battery here somewhere. I don't believe that this is it. This is actually another one of the pods. So let's go ahead and keep digging stuff out. Okay, there's nothing in there. I'm going to set this down momentarily. Okay, so basically these are the little microphones that are going to plug into the phone, the main conference phone body itself. There's a battery presumably in here somewhere. It'd be really bad if there weren't. But basically you just connect it like that. Okay, so let me set this aside for now. We can come back to that in a moment. This is the decked phone itself. Let's go ahead and take this out. So we can take a better look at it. Oops. Okay, so you can see right here that these are the indentations of where the microphones are actually going to go so that they charge. Basically, when there's power to this thing, these will light up. It'll be green if they're ready to go, and if they are charging, it'll be orange. Spoilers. You may have wanted to find that out when you plugged it in on yourself. The phone actually is it's designed for power over Ethernet, and it's kind of interesting that it comes with this cable automatically plugged in. But here is your extraordinarily long networking cable for that. But yeah, there's no individual power thing here, as you can see. So it's basically designed to be power over Ethernet, and if I recall correctly, there should be an ejector cable. Here is just a usual Ethernet cable. So I don't know why it actually includes both of these, to be quite frank. Oh, I see. So it actually labels right here which part goes where. So you definitely don't want to get rid of that tape. So that part goes to the unit itself, and this part is going to go to the power adapter. All right, let's see if we can find that power adapter. Here it is. All right, and everything is very helpfully labeled. Connect to the VCS 754 with the supplied cable with the yellow plugs. So So you plug this here, plug that into the phone itself, to the VCS, and this, I guess, is another injector so that you don't lose the the port to strictly the phone. Okay, so let's see here. Pretty standard power cable. Plug it in like that. It's good. If you've ever plugged anything in before, you should be pretty good. If not, welcome to the future. Wait till you guys find out about plumbing. Okay, and here are 4 really small little batteries for the microphones. Let's see if I can find the microphone that I just had. Ah, here we go. Pop this puppy open. This side up. I like how everything is like very helpfully labeled to try to make sure that there is a minimum of mistakes possible. I don't know, is that in focus? I can't tell. Focus-esque. Pop it on like that. Oops. There was a very brief red light. Yeah, like that. So that means that that battery is running low. Okay, so that's essentially what you would need to do to get that going. Let's go ahead and take a look at the base unit itself. There's no real good way to aim this at the thing, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, so remove label before use. Done. Okay, so these have like a very, they're very rubbery, these buttons. They have a bit of a slick feel to them, almost a little greasy. They're not heavily textured like you have on some other phones. Is that even in focus? Alright. Okay, there is like a very nice like feel to them though. Again, they feel like a little slick. There is an imperceptible little divot in here so that your finger's not going to slide all over when you're just trying to hit up or down for the directional buttons. Again, hold, cancel, menu, and then select, and then the various programmable soft buttons. So let's see. Microphone here in the front, microphone here in the back, and then again, you have the 4 wireless microphones, and those have a pretty good range on them. We're in a, I would say, smallish to medium-sized conference room, and we actually have a weekly meeting every Friday where there are more people in the meeting than we have chairs around the table. So what we'll actually do is we'll hand these off to people as they are asked to give various updates to the company, and we've never really had any issues with it. My only complaint about these is like this is one of the few complaints I have about the VTech ErisStation just in general, is that the phone doesn't really, like when you hit that mute all, it literally mutes all. What would be great is if there was like a secondary button or some sort of other function that allow you to just mute the individual microphone that you're touching on, because sometimes someone's going to speak but they don't need to speak just then, and it would be nice if they were if they didn't have to worry about accidentally sneezing or burping or anything like that. Okay. So these things, like, it says push, and again, these things will just pop right out. Push it in, pull it out, and you're ready to talk. Like, you're not going to have to worry about, like, hitting a button or anything. Like, as soon as it's out of this thing, it is ready to go. And again, it just pops right out. There's a pretty good weight to these, so it's not hollow, essentially. The battery gives it a nice bit of heft. Okay, so let's see what else is in here. Alright, so it looks like everything else that we have is essentially just related to the microphones that are provided here. We're recording this in December, and doing an unboxing video always kind of reminds me of getting like some sort of new tech toy. Except I get paid to figure out the functionality of it. So I guess it's in some ways better than Christmas. Of course, sometimes the phones aren't always great, so sometimes it's not. But this is actually a case of like a phone that got sent to us essentially without any prompting, and we discovered that we really like it. We got one of these a long time ago, like maybe a year or two ago, when we did a review. I can't remember off the top of my head. Better host may have been more prepared in giving you exact dates. But we have actually, it has been the main conference phone that we have used in our conference room for literally for years at this point. We don't have any issues with sound quality. We don't have any issues with interoperability. Like, it came out of nowhere and has surprised us, surpassed expectations, I guess would be the 100% best way of saying that. Here is the battery installation, but again, it's literally down and in. So you saw me do all this. It's interesting that there's no manual for this. That's odd. Maybe this one did not have a manual. Maybe it's a demonstration unit. But it's very unusual that there wouldn't be anything, at least compared to other manufacturers. Again, the other VTech that we had, the other ErisStation, was set up so long ago that I just frankly don't recall off the top of my head. Okay, so again, it's going to come with the bonus Ethernet cable. Bonus. It's going to come with the power adapter. It's going to come with the phone. And it's going to come with the little microphones. And again, plugging this in is extraordinarily simple. Oh, you know what? I misspoke. Yeah, so essentially you plug this into here, and that's going to inject power into it, and then you plug from here into like your switch or your port or whatever, and that's actually going to be the thing that provides you with internet, and you're good to go. Super simple to set up. Unfortunately, the VTechs are not on the OnSIP boot server, but I can assure you that setting up this device is pretty simple. You're not going to run into too much trouble if you can just read the instructions that we've provided. It'd be great if our final shot was actually in focus. There we go. All right, so there you go. From this angle, it definitely looks like some sort of spaceship. Of course, a lot of phones look like spaceships. I don't know. Probably because they're all designed by people who like science fiction. I mean, that's just a guess. All right, so essentially what we have actually already completed a review for this, and we've done the interoperability test. And you can actually go to onsip.com and you can find the review of the ErisStation right now. And again, this is, as you can tell from our enthusiasm, this is actually a good device. We enjoy it. We've enjoyed using it, and we continue to use it as our main conference phone. So hopefully you found this unboxing helpful. If you have any further questions, just read our review, and that should hopefully answer any of those lingering doubts that you may have about this device. Have a great day, and we'll be looking at some more devices soon. Thank you.